Hi, I'm Robert Johnson, a career coach for Merit America, a national nonprofit organization providing a pathway for workers out of low-wage jobs into well-paying careers with upward mobility. On this episode, we'll be discussing networking and why it's essential for your career journey. A lot of people want to know, what is networking? How does this actually work? What does it mean to build or create a network? And networking is often perceived as one of the most intimidating aspects of a career advancement. It's kind of hard to want to go out and reach out to people. It involves being proactive and setting goals of establishing meaningful professional connections. And networking has evolved significantly over time, transitioning from solely in-person interactions to include social networking, and the most popular being LinkedIn. And so I want to talk a little bit about networking as a whole and how we can kind of utilize this to not only increase your network, but possibly push you into a brand new career. So why is networking so important? Why do you keep hearing this thing of build your network, know people, make connections? Well, it's because networking provides you with the opportunity to build relationships that can lead to new opportunities, into mentorships or professional growth. And beyond possible job opportunities, networking can help create a sense of community and support, providing you with access to valuable resources, advice, and encouragement from your peers and industry professionals. Networking is actually something that I love to push, especially with my learners here at Merit America, because I've experienced what the power of networking has done. Prior to going into tech and coming to Merit America, I was really interested in animation, specifically 2D animation. And I remember watching this YouTube channel from this studio called Explasm, and they're really popular and known for their comic strips Side Night and Happiness, which is kind of a fun and crude way to kind of talk about life and life events and make jokes on it. And going into their YouTube channel and seeing some of the animations they made, they would just kind of express themselves in a way that I found really entertaining, but also just inspired me to want to animate more. And I have an experience back in probably 2015 where I, being someone involved with animation, I also enjoy things like comics, anime, video games, and I really wanted to go to a convention, so I went to Comic-Con. And one of the booths was an Explasm booth. And I walked up and I told them, hey, I love the things you guys do. And believe it or not, I'm an animator as well. I love to make personal animations, and it's just something I get a lot of enjoyment out of. And the three guys at the booth, they were like, oh, that sounds amazing. That's great. How about you write your YouTube channel on the booth for me? And maybe we'll give it a look. I was like, wow, the studio that I enjoy, they're going to come look at my work. This is going to be amazing. Every day following that, I just would refresh my YouTube channel over and over and over again, just waiting to see that comment from Xplaza. Wow, this is great. There was no interaction from them, and it was so disheartening that eventually I just kind of gave up looking for their comment. It seemed like they were never going to actually reach out to me, that it was kind of just a one-off chance. I move on to better things, and I find myself joining Merit America as a learner in 2019. And during this time, I opened up my Facebook and I noticed that I had a message. It's one of the guys from that booth. Hey, Robert, you might not remember me, but I was working the Side Night and Happiness booth at Dallas Fan Expo when we met about 3 or 4 years ago. And we talked about animations for a bit, and you gave me the name of your animation page, Pinanimals. And not sure if you're still animating or would be interested, but we're looking to hire animators, and your name came to mind. In any case, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I hope all is well. This message came 3 or 4 years after I had wrote my name on that booth. And those 3 or 4 years, I got no contact. I didn't even think they paid attention to me, that they were just trying to make me feel better. And in reality, they did know me. They actually enjoyed my stuff. They watched my stuff, and they reached back out to me. And through this, though I did not accept that offer because I was going through Merit America and eventually found a career in programming, it was still an eye-opening experience that I met someone years ago, had a conversation that lasted less than 5 minutes. And they remembered me for years and thought about me when a job opportunity came up. That little bit of a story was just my own personal experience. Talking more about networking, I want to talk about how you can become a better networker yourself. One big thing is to begin by leveraging your existing network, which includes your friends and family, to practice and refine your networking skills. And then you want to gradually expand your circle by reaching out to acquaintances and colleagues, keeping in mind that networking is about mutually beneficial relationships. It's not just that you want something from them, but what can you do for them as well? And then another thing is to recognize that your network extends beyond immediate connections. The concept of a 6 degrees of separation highlights the interconnectedness of an individual. The 6 degrees of separation is the idea that all people are 6 or fewer social connections away from each other. And as a result, chain of a friend statements can be made to connect any two people in a maximum of 6 steps. If it's you and your friend, that is a 1st degree connection. You know that person directly. That friend of a friend is a 2nd degree connection. And the friend of that friend's friend is a 3rd, and so on and so on. And you only will go to 6 degrees of separation before you reach anyone else. I also want to talk a little bit about some things you shouldn't do. So when you go through networking, a big thing you want to avoid is begging. You don't want to be desperate, as that can put off people. It can make them feel like this person's super desperate. They're abrasive. I don't know if I want to be involved, or they just may not respond to you. You also want to set realistic expectations and understand that networking, like job hunting, often involves periods of silence or rejection. My silence went for 3 or 4 years before that connection came back to me. And understand that not everyone is in a position to also give you a job. You may create a strong network where they can put a good word in for you or tell you about their job itself, but not everyone has the power to say, yes, you're hired. And so set expectations that are realistic. And then another big don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your networking efforts rather than relying solely on one avenue or contact. That you may have what feels like a really solid connection, and this person's going to be my golden ticket, but you don't want to rely on just one ticket or one person. Diversify. Talk to as many people as you can. And so let's kind of recap a little bit of the do's and don'ts of networking very quickly. Do leverage existing networks. Start with friends and family to practice. Make sure to expand your circle gradually, that your network over time will build and build and build. And remember, you're no closer than 6 degrees away from somebody. It will make you also feel a little closer to everyone you speak to because you're really not that far away. They're not as much of a stranger as you think they are. And then the avoidances are to avoid begging. You don't want to show off desperation. Don't beg people for anything. Rather, just try to show how you can be beneficial to them and how they can be beneficial to you. And then also just think about the realistic expectations. Don't be unrealistic with what you want from somebody. Everyone is just a person themselves, and not everyone has the power to do what you may want from them. And then lastly, don't put your eggs in one basket. Diversify. Reach out to multiple people. Continue networking even after you get a successful network. Maybe you do land a great job with someone. Continue networking, because you never know when down the line that person might be helpful for you. At Merit America, we understand the significance of networking in career advancement. That's why our program includes personalized coaching from career coaches like myself. We are here to guide, support, and empower you as you navigate the world of professional networking. And what a career coach like myself could do for you, or can offer for you, is personal guidance. We provide tailored advice and strategies to help you build and expand your professional network effectively, and leveraging your unique strengths and experiences to build stronger connections with others. We also can help build confidence within yourself. Networking can often feel very scary, but your coach will help you feel more confident about networking by focusing on your accomplishments and helping you explain why you're a valuable potential connection. And another one we can help you with is goal setting. Together, we'll define clear and achievable networking goals, whether it's attending industry events or reaching out to professionals in your field, or strengthening your online presence on platforms like LinkedIn. We can help you set realistic goals to make your networking experience better. And then lastly, a big thing that we love to do as coaches, something that a lot of people may need help on, is accountability. Your coach will help hold you accountable for your networking goals, providing the necessary encouragement and support to overcome any challenges or hesitations you may encounter along the way. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you found these strategies for networking insightful. If you're interested in learning more about how Merit America can be your partner in career goals, visit our website at www.meritamerica.org. Thanks for listening.